Now, Janet Anderson, she was in close friends with your daughter, Rosemary, and Ann Hall.
Right. Uh, and my maiden name is Anderson.
Okay. Oh, okay. More. This. Okay.
And Janet, in the 6th grade, was really pretty quiet, and she had very little to say in the 6th grade. I don't think.
I don't know if you
I
could
don't.
say that now.
I
I'll
don't
shut up.
think it. I don't think at any time in the 6th grade when I had Janet, she was busy reading, as Rosemary was. Um and Rosemary at that time was in the other classroom, so she wasn't really doing a lot with. The only time she would have been with them would have been at recess or something like that. So she wasn't really with them other than out at recess time. And uh, and Janet was really in the 6th grade was very quiet and didn't have much to say. Now, Janet's father was the Episcopal minister in town, and her mother uh, later on taught school with me. So, and I knew Janet's parents back at that time because I think sometimes in different social situations, uh, uh, Dick and Carolyn, we would be invited to the same place. You know, we might have been socially acquainted. But they were, Rosemary and Janet at that time were not, doing that much together, although they were always friends. But at that point, it hadn't happened. Later on, it was always comical because at some point, Rosemary and Anne and Janet must have been in the same classes because they were in choir, and whatever electives they chose, they must have been in the same classes, and whatever math classes they took also would have put them in the same place.
Yeah, I was in the math classes with them.
Were you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when Rosemary first started out, she took an instrument, but she never went on and was in.
The band.
She wasn't in the band.
Yeah. What
Where?
instrument was that?
I think she tried the flute, I think.
Hmm.
And I think afterwards we found out that there was something the matter with it. It didn't.
With the flute?
Well, her instrument. I'd never played an instrument. I played the piano. Rosemary took piano lessons. And
Well, back to Janet.
Janet was played.
I don't. Janet wasn't in the band.
No, I know she wasn't.
But choir, you say?
Yeah. And I think Anne was in the choir. I'm not just sure about that. But
Well, we'll find out. Ann Hall is active on Facebook.
yeah.
So.
But anyway, so the three of them sort of teamed up together, and they must have had a number of classes together. And then they were in musical productions. And I can remember Janet coming to our house, and it was, Janet went to she went to Washington, D.C. and spent a year, and I don't know, I think it was her sophomore year in high school that she spent there. And I think she really didn't like it there.
You want a pizza box donut?
Oh, let's see.
A glazed one. Here, let me move
Oh.
this.
Oh, I know. I'm going to take this one.
That's not.
No, what's that one over there?
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Long John. It probably
Okay,
has some.
I'll take that
You
one.
like that? I thought you didn't like frosting.
Well, I don't, but this one I like.
Oh, okay. All right.
So when she came back, uh, why, she was at the house one day, and Rosemary had said to me, Mom, can I do so-and-so? We were in the bathroom upstairs, and I said yes. And so, and that was it. And at that point, and Janet was in the girls' bedroom, and she could hear Rosemary, and she started to come in and argue that I should allow Rosemary to do this particular thing.
Even though you'd already given your permission.
Yeah, because she didn't hear me give the permission.
Right.
And Rosemary said to Janet, she said, Janet, will you shut up? Mother already told me I could do that.
I can hear Rosemary saying that.
Yeah. Well, and the thing was, with Rosemary, if ever Rosemary said to me, now, Mom, I know you're not going to let me do this.
Oh, what a finagler.
When went that phrase, I knew that I was going to let her, because she'd thought out all the positives and all the negatives, and I was going to let her. She never asked me, she never started out any question like that when I didn't say yes. And I recognized that, and so here I was, just.
Here, Molly wants a piece of this donut. There you go, Molly. Molly has Cindy's spirit in her.
Mm-hmm.
No, Billy, you don't want a donut? All right, I'll
No.
eat it. Even though she loved Charlie
Mm-hmm.
immensely, Molly was her favorite dog.
Yeah.
The Flint dog. Molly was her shadow.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't go anywhere in the house without Molly being right there. So anyway, that's... Any more Janet Anderson stories? Maybe summarize. We've been summarizing towards the end.
Mm-hmm. Well, I remember Rosemary, Ann, and Janet were on their way out to Janet's. Rosemary was driving. I suspect Janet was in the middle. And I don't know, some way or other, I don't know whether she did it deliberately or accidentally, but she ended up